let's close it with this. We're going to pick one team that we want to see prove something to us. Whether they do or don't is a different story. But a team that in the next month you've really got your eyes on to see if they can prove something.
Yeah, this is kind of an obvious one for me. It's a team that we saw on Tuesday. I'm really curious at seeing Purdue's response to losing 3 in a row. You know, they're picked as the preseason #1 team in the country. Braden Smith is a preseason, player of the year candidate and has played up to that. Honestly, he really has. But you lose a game at UCLA that you should have won, or you feel like you should have won when you're up 6 points with 2 minutes to go, and kind of the same thing. Illinois, they've got a lead going into the last media timeout, and then you just don't really play all that well at Indiana. They've got to get Fletcher Lawyer, kind of going. He's a guy that's made big shots in his career. He's very capable. He's a really good player, but he's struggling right now. And it'll be interesting to see. We saw them go smaller at the end of that Indiana game and put Trey Kaufman at the 5, and he was much more active and kind of involved in the scoring there. So I don't think they can do it all the time, but maybe Matt Painter does it a little bit more where they go to that small lineup and don't play Kaufman and Clough together as much. But yeah, Purdue, I'm really curious to see. And this is a group that's been through a lot. This is a team or a group of guys that have lost to a 16 seed and then the next year make the national championship game. So they've faced adversity before, and they've got a great coach in Matt Painter, but they have to respond here over the next month and a half.
We'll see. And, you think about it, that senior class, they've got 104 wins. Braden Smith has had a legendary career. We know what the expectation was, and that's to be playing at Lucas Oil Stadium come April. We shall see. Here's my pick. Now, this team has been winning as of late. They've won 4 in a row, but things are about to ratchet up. And when you're talking about the Big 12, just 2 or 3 weeks ago, people are like, whoa, they used to run the Big 12. Now they're 5th or 6th in the Big 12. My pick is Kansas.
Yep.
And it's Kansas because assuming Darren Peterson is healthy enough to get into a swing of things, which is a large assumption because it's been a carousel of sorts. But if he is out there on Saturday against BYU at home, it's the 1,000th game at Allen Fieldhouse. It's one of those where everybody always says you never take the visitor at Allen Fieldhouse. But BYU is coming off a bit of a heartbreaking loss. They were right there with Arizona. They're going to be angry, and they're tough, and they're a really good team. For Kansas, you got BYU on Saturday. You've got at Texas Tech on Monday. I mean, that is you want to talk about 48 hours of Big 12.
Yeah, gauntlet.
That's huge. Then they got Utah. Then after that, Robbie, Arizona, at Iowa State, at Oklahoma State, which is not just a pushover. After a game with Cincinnati, Houston and Arizona again. Like, their schedule is going to be ridiculous. This is going to go one way or the other. I'm not saying they got to win all these games, but I think Robbie Hummel, when Peterson's been out there, Kansas can be a top 10 to 12 team in the sport.
Yes. Yeah, thank the Big 12 schedule makers. They like drama down the stretch, and you're going to get it there.
We'll see if anybody can navigate through it. It's one Bill Self in that loaded Big 12. That'll do it for us. Enjoy the games all throughout the weekend on Peacock.